Hypercar Mountain.
Hi, this is Larry Hatch for another exciting episode of Hypercar Mountain. Today's episode is Aston Martin in the 1/64 scale, and this is our 2022 update. And I'm very happy to announce, as I did before, but probably a lot of you didn't see that because it was a quick offhand comment, or hear that, that Aston Martin is my OEM, that is makers or manufacturers, collection car of the year. Every year I pick a model to focus on, spend sometimes obscene amounts of money on it, at least for me anyway. Last year was Porsche. I have over 86 elite Porsches. I got rid of the trash, and this is going to be called Porsche Liebe. It's a big diorama. I still haven't built it. I have all the cars, so the collection is built, but I haven't arranged them yet. It's going to be a full-size table, 4x5 at this point, with a lighted LED garage full of people and soda machines and benches and mechanics with their parts and lifts and all that. It was more than a one-year project, but getting the cars, oh my God. Getting the cars was a full project. I just simply have not assembled it yet, but that is coming. The year before was Ferrari. Got 47 Ferraris, now 49 in the Castello Ferrari. And I'll be doing some updates on Ferraris very soon. But anyway, I'm looking forward to it. And I have, it's already March almost. So I've already been buying a lot of Aston Martins towards this goal, and I want to share a few of those with you. I do say, I had a past with cars. I started collecting cars at 4 years old, which was in 1964, roughly, with Matchbox, and then like Johnny Lightnings came out, and Hot Wheels came out in '68, and there were a lot of other little toy cars around. Boys have always had toy cars ever since, cars came out, probably. We think so, anyway. If they didn't exist, they made their own out of wood. I know my grandfather did that. But fortunately, Diecast came along, and 1/64 came along, so they were kind of little pocket cars. You could carry them with you, which is not true of the bigger ones. But anyway, this is my former collection that I had. At the top is a Legenda. I have two Legendas now, but I did sell the black and the maroon one I had. And these are the other ones I had. I think two in the middle are like Matchbox World Class Premier cars. And but all of these are gone now. I went through my old storage where I have literally 2,000 plus cars, and I can't find any of these, so I'm pretty sure I sold them. I've had several periods where I would sell stuff on eBay to fund new collections I wanted, and I think the Aston Martins bit the dust. I know the Legendas are gone. But anyway, without further ado, let's start the new stuff. This is one I just got about a month ago. This is a beautiful Kyosho car, and some of you probably know what it is. It is a V12 Zegato, and Aston Martin makes a lot of Zegato models. Zegato is a design firm, and they tend to spruce the cars up with a slightly better design. They're based on the original car, but they often have fancier wheels, fancier trim. Sometimes Aston Martin puts in a better engine, give you a little more horsepower. They often put spoilers on them and trim pieces. And this is the famous V12 in the Zegato version. It's kind of like the AMG and the Maybach and the BMW M series or Alpinas of them. It's their kind of, if you're rich and you really want to flaunt it with something rare, you want an Aston Martin Zegato. That's usually the best version. So I was really happy to get this beautiful Kyosho car. The ruby red paint doesn't do justice here. The wheels, like a Kyosho, are rubber, very well done, but they don't, they have very little spring to them. At least the front ones have no spring. But the body trim is beautiful, and that grille is super detailed. And as you might know, an Aston Martin grille is pretty complicated in real life. So do it in diecast, where some of these companies are stamping out, 10,000 an hour, probably more. It's really hard to get a grille like that right. The next car is one I'd shown briefly before, but I want to show it again because I'm really proud of it. Paid a lot of freaking money for it too. It was over $40. This is a tarmac Aston Martin DB8 Superleggera, and the Superleggeras were a kind of an elite form of the DB8s, the modern DB8, not the old one. And this particular variant is in raw metal, but it's I guess you'd say it's clear coated or made shiny so it doesn't look crappy. And what's great is it's got an all black roof, and so that kind of adds charm to it. And the thing that's great are these beautiful chrome red wheels that just set this sucker off. I wanted a couple of Halo cars to start the focus for the year, and I made a business sale that I wasn't expecting, so I threw $40 at this because it is a pretty rare car. The base model comes in a nice yellow and some other colors, I believe, but it's really great. Another one I recently got is another Kyosho. And again, if you're a serious collector, you kind of want to see what Kyosho has first. And they're not going to always be the most expensive, but they can be, especially their old stuff. You can pay $120, $150 for the old Kyoshos. So if you can find one for, $18, $20, $28, pretty much grab it. Especially if it's a color that's odd. This is a model that's not very common in real life. It's the Rapide, Rapides, Model S. And this is an outstandingly beautiful car. It's in a silver metal flake. And I kind of left the high contrast on this picture just so you could see how it kind of glistens. The wheels are a little bit too skinny. The tires are too skinny in my opinion, but the wheels are beautifully made, and this car has loads and loads of detail on it. You can't see much of the interior, but it's a really beautiful car. I'm a little disappointed that the tail lamps are just clear. Now they have a lot of tampos on the back, and it does say Repeat S on the back with the Aston Martin logo. There's something about the lack of a license plate and a lack of a contrasting tail lamp kind of bothers me. It's got these huge mirrors on it, and one of them is coming loose, so I'm kind of watching that a little bit. And for those of you who look at my videos carefully, and I'm glad there's some people that pay attention, even though it might be only 12 of you, you'll see in the background I'm setting up some stuff for a future episode, and those are a couple of Rolls Royces, beautiful gold, black, and maroon Rolls Royce Phantom, and a Mansouri edition of the Cullinan, the Rolls Royce SUV, which sounds like a I was going to say hyperbole. Paradox. Paradox? Is that the word I want? Yeah, I think paradox. It doesn't sound Rolls Royce SUV. But anyway, that's a fantastic car. So here's just a tiny little preview of that. When I was buying the that tarmac chase car with the red wheels, I also wanted to look at some of the Johnny Lightning cars that they had made over the years, and some of these things are just absolutely spectacular. And of course, when you look at rare Johnny Lightnings, you want to look at the White Lightning series that have the white wheels. They're just freaking fantastic, those things. And this one has not only white wheels but a white chassis. But it's a beautiful dark gray, typical of an Aston Martin, with a whitish interior. But look at this, the fine multi-spokes of the wheels. These wheels just roll beautifully. And, by the way, in real life, you can get white tires. They're very expensive, but you can buy them, so it's not, this is not like some kind of Hot Wheels aberration with pink and green rubber. You can get white tires in real life. And you're probably going to pay Bugatti wheel kind of prices, but anyway, yes, that those things do happen. And this car is just so heavy and so solid. I just wanted to get it, and it was $30-some, so I'm kind of out of money for a while on the Astons. I wanted to point out some of the other Johnny Lightnings worth collecting. This is a set you see occasionally, and I don't have it yet. It's usually north of $60 to $100. Yeah, $60 probably be a bargain. It's a Aston Martin DB5 in all white wheels with gold, white tires with gold wheels and gold trim. And it's pretty, that's a lovely car. And it happens to come for some strange reason. I guess that was a movie car. I can't imagine how much they had to pay him to do that. Of an AMC Hornet, also in the same white and gold combination. I have to admit, the AMC Hornet wasn't that bad a car. It kind of looks like a Pinto. But at the time, American Motor Company, it was like you're being patriotic by buying an AMC car. So I don't think of an AMC Hornet as a James Bond car or James Bond villain car, but I don't know, for some reason that sort of made sense at the time. So if you can get this set for anywhere less than $60-$70, you're lucky. And I'd grab one. Then there's another one here. It's the No Time to Die White Lightning, and it's kind of got a reflection like it's chrome, but it's actually a all white car, white wheels, white tires, white body. Another one I just showed you in gray. I think it's a little more like a real car. But this is a very collectible piece as well, and kind of worth looking out for. Again, if they're in the package with all the James Bond stuff, they're probably going to be expensive and hold their value. When I have a collection focus, I allocate a certain amount of money towards base cars and either buy custom wheel swaps or custom paint jobs, or do them myself. I don't paint myself, but I do custom wheels now. I've worked at it. So sometimes I take like a very simple Hot Wheels Matchbox car, even a Maisto, and I put good wheels on it. And here's a perfect example. This is a Hot Wheels 1-77, and they only made 77 of these Aston Martins in real life. And in real life, it's one of the most beautiful cars you've ever seen. It's just stunning. This Hot Wheels doesn't really do it justice. But the Hot Wheels come in so many different colors. I wanted to have a couple in the collection. I think I have 4 different colors now. But a lot of them come with these crazy-ass wheels. Now you could say an eccentric millionaire who did have one of those rare multi-million-dollar 77 cars could have eccentric crazy wheels like this, because you can buy crazy wheels like that with like a 0 aspect ratio or something. But for a collection, it's simply unfathomable to keep that. And by the way, this car is actually more of a metallic mint green. kind of got washed out by the flash there. But it's actually a beautiful color. It's a beautiful mint green. Probably a lot of you have this car. So what I did is I just swapped some wheels out on it. These are WORDC wheels, which is a very sophisticated deep dish with a very fine spoke. I mean, it's in scale of the spokes on a very expensive wheel. They got rotors, red calipers. Unfortunately, you can't fix the calipers in any particular place unless you glue the wheel on. But look at those wheels. I mean, again, those are like $12 wheels on a 99-cent Hot Wheels car. So that gives you some idea what wheel swapping can be about in terms of money. But I think those wheels really take that car to a higher level. I probably should paint those side vents a little bit, or at least give them a shadow of something, and maybe paint the tail lamps. The grill is okay. I could probably brush it with a little silver. But look at that. All of a sudden you take a cheap car and you put these really amazing wheels on it, and those really are deep dish. I'm saying the dish is probably close to 3 millimeters. That's a pretty good dish on that scale of a wheel. The next car, and I'm sorry to be long-winded, is an old one. It's a old Rocket, and it's done in gold chrome. And I just happened to see it one day. It's a DB6, and these are the Corgi Rockets, and they were kind of weird cars. I think they were the Corgi Rockets and the Corgi Juniors. They're all 164s. They are somehow related, so maybe you can put in the comments how they are related. It's kind of a weird car. I probably should have taken a picture of the chassis. The wheels are actually mounted on a plastic bracket that is then riveted to the chassis. So the wheels are on an axle, which is popped into these little pegs, and then this whole plastic mini frame is then riveted to the chassis that has a depression for the wheels and for the piece, and that makes a wheel swap on these things really easy to do. You could do it in 5 minutes. Not that you would, because some of these cars are fairly valuable. I got this for a decent price. I think it was like 20 some bucks. There's a few paint chips, as there would be on a car of this era, but not too bad, and it's a decent car, and it was made in Britain back in the day when they were still making cars in Britain. So I think it's a nice addition to the collection, and that could kind of remind you of a James Bond Goldfinger car, which brings me to the real Goldfinger car from Hot Wheels. I don't know if these were sold in the Red Line Club, because I did buy a lot of. I was never in the Red Line Club, but Hot Wheels was selling in stores a lot of these cars in display cases. Some of these had the Aston Martin logo in gold on one side, on the opposite side of the Hot Wheels logo. Some didn't, but I don't have one of these, but I think I'd like to get one. But they tell me, even though it's the Goldfinger car, it's not a gold car, it's a silver car. So the Corgi Rocket is gold. This one is not. But that's that. I didn't want to hold up this video because I'm still, this is the car of the year, so I'm still acquiring these things and will till the end of the year. So I just want to show you something I have on order. It's a Majorette Vantage GT8 in dark green chrome with some kind of lime green and black accents. A huge spoiler, which the real car has. And I'm getting this from somewhere in Thailand. It's not very expensive. But again, some of these Majorettes, especially the weird colors, you kind of have to order them. And once you order them, you probably won't see them again. It says 2 sold, 0 available. So I got one of the 2. I know there's another vendor who's offering like a couple of them at a higher price. So again, right now on eBay, I don't think there'd be more than 10 of these available. And will we see them again? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. And you can see the door opens, and it's got a monstrous spoiler. But I like the, that British racing green color. And then the black and lime accents. It is a race trimmed car, as the GT8s are. I don't know if you're familiar with the GT Aston Martins. They're kind of like the track version of their cars, although the Zegatos are often trackable with big spoilers too. I really need to end this video. The next one is one that you guys have seen quite a bit, I'm sure, but I just got it, and it's a really good looking Matchbox with a 2011 chassis date, and this particular car is a DBS Volante. And as you know, a lot of the Aston Martins, have V names to them. Volante basically is their name for a convertible. So Volante is not a model; it's a body style. And this Matchbox is pretty decent. I like the quality of the wheels. But the stunning thing is this blue paint. It's a metallic navy blue, but it's more than a navy blue or medium blue like it looks there. It's actually almost purplish. It's really a violet blue or purple blue, and it's really fantastic. And this car is stamped this way. This is a 60th anniversary car. I wish the interior had more detail, or at least 2-color paint. But the headlamps and the tail lamps are really beautifully made. The wheels are extremely wide in the back. And what's kind of weird is the tread is actually on the side of the wheel. So it looks like it's got tread from a sideways view. But if you flip it over, there's no tread. Kind of strange. Anyway, but this is a really nice car. I like the wheels for now, so I probably wouldn't put custom wheels on it. But heck, that would look really great with some gold wheels. 2 more cars, 3 more, I promise. This is one that probably a lot of you have. It comes in this beautiful metallic, I don't know. Is it British racing green? Yeah, kind of. I dropped the car, so if my voice fades out. Almost a forest green, and it comes in a silver too. And it's another really nice Matchbox car. And this particular model is the DBR1. It has a 2019 Mattel chassis date, and it's a really beautiful car. A lot of people don't think of it as an Aston Martin at all. You'd almost think it was a Jaguar. But Matchbox did a really nice job with that side vent in black, silver, and body color. And it's got a really nice quality paint on it and some nice details. This is an example. You can say it's not typical. Yeah, it's a custom I bought. From one of my favorite custom wheel guys, Chef Biz, on eBay. Put a little plug-in for him. His cars are very reasonably priced. The wheel quality is amazing. He uses wheels you can't get. At least I can't find them anywhere. And I just thought these big gold spokes with a Goodyear would be something a real collector would probably use on the car. It's not too gaudy. It's classy. It just looked to me like something you'd bring to, an Aston Martin show or Concours d'Elegance or something like that. It just looks right. I mean, it's not authentic, original, no, but it just looks like something a Aston Martin collector would have to, quote, improve the car. The last 2 cars are the same thing, different colors. I just got these. These are Tomicas, and they're matching colors, charcoal and burnt orange. And this particular car is a Vantage Zegato. And the Vanquishes are pretty decent cars. As you'd expect, Tamika did a great job with this. It's a fairly heavy car. The doors open. The wheels are all black, which is fine. Maybe I'll take one of these and do a custom wheel job on it. The details on it are nice. You can tell it's a Zegato version because they actually got that part right. The Zegatos have often they have a gold bar or gold line of some kind on the side of the car, and if you look close, both of these have that, and they also have the Z. So if you're an Aston Martin aficionado, you look for that silver or gold or contrasting color bar on the side of the car, usually between the door and the fender, crossing over often, sometimes going down in an L shape, and that Z on there. You know, that Z on an Aston Martin is kind of like an AMG badge. You know that it's not only a great car, it's a special version of a great car. So I was really happy to get these two Tomikas to round out the first part of my collecting episode this first quarter. I'm probably not going to buy more than 10 or 12 more Astons this year, but I'm going to be more particular in what I get. Different models that I don't have now, maybe some older vintage stuff that's out there. Again, maybe some of the White Lightnings and the limited edition cars, certainly rare colors. So I'm looking forward to that. Please subscribe. I know a lot of you don't get to the end of the video, or if you do, you fast forward. That's fine. And you can see again in the background, I got some Rolls-Royce footage coming out. And thanks for your time.
Hypercar Mountain.